The second day of BTS's highly anticipated Arirang tour soundcheck at the Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid, Spain, turned into an absolute fairy tale for one incredibly fortunate fan. What was supposed to be a routine rehearsal before the main show quickly transformed into an unforgettable, once-in-a-lifetime moment that left the entire stadium in utter disbelief. Amidst the sea of eager fans waiting for a glimpse of their favorite idols, a young Spanish female army became the envy of millions worldwide. The atmosphere inside the venue was already electric as the members of BTS casually walked onto the stage to check the audio and interact with the early bird crowd. Jimin, known for his unmatched charisma and deep affection for his fans, was scanning the front rows with a bright smile. Suddenly, his eyes locked onto a specific female fan who was enthusiastically cheering for him from the barricade. Without any hesitation, Jimin pointed directly at her and gestured for the security team to help her cross the barrier. The young woman looked around in absolute shock, unable to believe that her ultimate idol was actually calling her to join him on stage. As she walked up the steps, trembling with excitement, the entire stadium erupted into a deafening roar of mixed jealousy and pure excitement. Jimin welcomed her with open arms, instantly melting away her nervousness with his warm and welcoming aura. The lucky fan could barely hold back her tears as she finally stood mere inches away from the global superstar. What happened next surpassed even the wildest dreams of any army present in the stadium that afternoon. Jimin didn't just offer a polite handshake or a standard wave. Instead, he completely wrapped his arms around her for a deep, genuine embrace. The crowd gasped in unison as Jimin held the fan tightly, proving once again just how deeply he appreciates the love of his supporters. The warmth of the hug sent a massive shockwave of adrenaline through the entire venue, kicking off a series of historic moments. Before the lucky fan could even process the tight embrace, Jimin pulled back slightly and gently planted a sweet kiss on her cheek. The stadium erupted into absolute pandemonium, with thousands of fans screaming at the top of their lungs in pure envy and shock. The intimate gesture was so unexpected that even the security personnel on the sidelines looked surprised by Jimin's overwhelming spontaneity. The fortunate Spanish army stood frozen, completely overwhelmed by the surreal affection being showered upon her by her idol. Just when everyone thought the interactions had reached their peak, Jimin took the excitement to an entirely new, unimaginable level. With a playful grin on his face, he effortlessly lifted the young woman off her feet and scooped her up into a sweeping embrace. Holding her securely in his arms, he spun around on stage, completely redefining what it means to be a successful fan. The sheer strength and grace with which he carried her made the entire scene look like a breathtaking climax of a romantic movie. The reaction from the armies inside the stadium was nothing short of hysterical, with thousands of voices merging into a chaotic symphony of disbelief. Many fans covered their mouths in shock, while others jumped up and down, wishing desperately that they could magically swap places with her. The overwhelming envy in the air was palpable, yet it was accompanied by an undeniable sense of shared joy for their fellow fans' ultimate victory. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated madness that Madrid will certainly never forget. The intense energy inside the stadium quickly spilled over onto the internet as the soundcheck concluded and fans regained access to their phones. Within minutes, multiple fan camera videos capturing the entire interaction from various angles began flooding social media, platforms like X, TikTok, and Instagram. The footage of Jimin hugging, kissing, and lifting the Spanish army instantly went viral, racking up millions of views in a matter of seconds. The global BTS fandom collectively lost its mind as the clip trended worldwide. Social media platforms practically crashed under the weight of millions of armies reacting to the jaw-dropping footage from Madrid. Fans from every corner of the globe flooded the comment sections, expressing a massive wave of longing to be in that lucky woman's shoes. The phrase "wish that were me" became an instant trend, echoing the collective sentiment of an international fandom yearning for just a fraction of that closeness. The internet was filled with hilarious memes and dramatic posts about the sheer luck of the Spanish fan. Many users commented on how impossibly fortunate the young woman was to have received such exclusive attention from one of the world's biggest stars. She must have saved a country in her past life to deserve this kind of luck. One viral tweet read, capturing the general consensus of the fandom. Others pointed out that achieving such a level of fan interaction is rarer than winning the lottery, making her the ultimate successful fan in K-pop history. The envy was real, but so was the awe at her incredible fortune. A large portion of the comments focused heavily on the sheer romance and beauty of the moment, describing it as a literal dream come true. Fans swooned over Jimin's breathtaking visuals, noting how his ethereal handsomeness made the entire interaction look like an official music video or a K-drama scene. It is truly the most beautiful blessing to be kissed and hugged by someone as impossibly handsome as Jimin, an emotional fan commented on Instagram. His striking looks, combined with his tender actions, left the entire internet completely weak in the knees. The discussion surrounding the viral video also highlighted Jimin's renowned personality, which has always been characterized by immense warmth, kindness, and affection toward his supporters. Armies praised him for being so genuinely sweet and approachable, noting that his actions came from a place of pure love for his fans. The way he looked at the Spanish army with such gentleness reaffirmed why he is loved by millions across the globe. He didn't just give her a memory, he gave the entire fandom a testament to his kind heart. As the hours passed, the identity of the lucky Spanish army became a topic of immense curiosity, though many chose to simply celebrate her historic moment from a distance. Fellow Spanish fans expressed immense pride that one of their own was able to represent the local fandom in such a monumental way. The event cast a massive spotlight on the Madrid stop of the Arirang tour, making it one of the most talked about concert dates of the entire year. The city was buzzing with BTS fever more than ever before. For the fortunate woman involved, the Soundcheck will undoubtedly remain a defining moment of her life, a beautiful core memory etched into her heart forever. To be picked out of a crowd of thousands is one thing, but to be held, kissed, and carried by Park Jimin is an experience that defies reality. She walked off the stage as a legend among the fandom, carrying a story that will be told for generations within the ARMY community. Her brief moments on that stage elevated her to a status of ultimate envy. The ripple effect of this Soundcheck interaction set a highly energetic tone for the main concert that took place later that evening. The crowd's adrenaline was already at an all-time high, and when Jimin finally emerged for the official show, the cheers were noticeably louder and more passionate. The lingering excitement from the afternoon's events injected an unmatched level of intensity into the stadium performance. Every time Jimin smiled or moved near the edge of the stage, the crowd remembered the afternoon's fairy tale. Music critics and pop culture commentators also took notice of the viral incident, discussing how BTS continues to break barriers between idols and fans. The unscripted nature of the interaction highlighted the unique bond that BTS has cultivated with their global fan base over the past decade. It proved that despite their stadium-sized status, the members still view their fans as individuals worthy of personal, genuine connection. This unforgettable Madrid Soundcheck will go down in K-pop history as a masterclass in fan service and genuine idol affection. Even days after the event, the global ARMY community continues to dissect every single frame of the fan camera videos, marveling at Jimin's effortless charm. The collective envy has slowly matured into a beautiful shared memory that unites fans across different continents and languages. It serves as a reminder of the magical, unpredictable nature of attending a BTS concert, where anything can happen. The lucky Spanish army has become an iconic figure of the Arirang tour, symbolizing the ultimate dream of every devoted fan. Ultimately, the second day of the Madrid Soundcheck proved that BTS's relationship with their fans is built on mutual love, respect, and occasional moments of pure magic. Jimin's spontaneous decision to bring a fan on stage created a legendary narrative that re-energized the entire fandom worldwide. As the Arirang tour continues its journey across the globe, Fans everywhere will now look at the stage with a renewed sense of hope, wondering if they might be the next ones chosen for a miracle. Madrid will forever hold the memory of the afternoon, when a local fan was treated like royalty by pop music's brightest star. The sheer scale of the reaction proved that Jimin's influence extends far beyond just his musical talents. His emotional intelligence and ability to connect are unmatched. The viral videos have now become a permanent part of the fandom's archive, a go-to clip whenever armies want to witness pure joy and romantic idol interactions. As the dust settles in Madrid, the local community remains immensely grateful for the unforgettable highlights left behind by BTS. The story of the lucky Spanish girl will remain a beautiful folklore within the fandom, reminding everyone of the day Jimin turned a simple sound check into an everlasting fairy tale.